Hello everyone, it's Dawn. I'm back again. I got such a wonderful response from yesterday's video and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I thought what we do is through this week, as I said, we're going to have a post every day this week. So as the videos seem to be very popular, I'll probably do a video every day this week. So here is today's video. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about sales method of conversion. Now, I know that sounds terribly posh. It's not. It's just the process, or a process, there are many processes, of how you make that transition between someone seeing your posts to actually taking the next step to buying your products or your services or whatever you do in your business. So the process breaks down how to encourage potential customers and clients from reading your posts or watching your videos, if that's what you've decided to do, to taking that next step as a tutor or buying your products if you're product based, or if you do both, do both. And we're going to break this down into 4 steps. And don't worry, this isn't going to be a long video. I'm not into long videos. I don't do long videos. I know my family say I'm a chatterbox, but which is probably true, but I'm not sure I could cope with making a long video. So we're not going to make this long today. So as I say, we're going to break it down into 4 very simple and quite short steps. So the first step you need is your traffic. So here we go. There's a taxi. There's a bus. No. Not that type of traffic. Traffic. Someone asked me, as a result of yesterday's video, apparently someone had seen, not one of my posts, but someone else had put a post out about traffic, and they said, what does that mean? Traffic is just the people that come and see your post. That traffic in this case, it's not a London bus or any other bus for that matter. It's not a car, it's people. So I know it seems a bit odd thinking of people as traffic, but that's what it is. It's just people. And so what that means is you'll create a post or a video that gets people interested in your products or your services. You show them those products and explain your services. Make sure you use, if you're using a product based, a quick tip, make sure you use good photography, because you could have the best products in the world, but if they're not photographed very clearly, people will scroll straight past. And in the academy, incidentally, shameless plug there, but in my academy, I do teach you how to do good quality photography and very simple backgrounds that will make it easy, but that will be in another post. And so we'll take good photographs, and don't forget to highlight those benefits of your products and your services. So that's the first bit. And the second one is in the next section of your post. Some people will say you should have 4 different posts at the end of your traffic post. You should have a link to an opt-in post, and that will take them to another post. I don't do it that way. And then there's another stage. You got 4 different posts. I watched somebody else's video and they had 4 different posts, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'd lose the will to live. So what I would suggest is, if you want people to buy your services or your products or both, if that's what you do, you need to make the process as easy as possible. Don't send them all over the place, because they'd probably give up. I know I would. So your next stage, as I say, is your opt-in, but keep it within, I would strongly recommend, keep it within the same post. Keep all these 4 sections within the same post. So your opt-in would be the next section of your post, and what you'd give greater emphasis on those benefits of your products or your services. So you'd list them, maybe even have a list written out, have the products, if it's a product based, in front of you, and really highlight those benefits, really go to town and tell people the benefits of your unique services. So that could be the uniqueness, if that's the word. If it's not, it should be. That could be one of the benefits. Maybe your products are unique. I know one of mine are. And they might have more than one use. They could save space. So anything that is a benefit to your customers, make sure that you amplify that, or you emphasize that in your next section of your post. And then we'll move straight on, talking of amplify, that's the word I was going to use, or I will be using, in section 3, which is your authority amplifier. No, this isn't an amplifier, it's a speaker. But no, not that type of amplifier. I have got an amplifier, it's in the bedroom, but I'd never get it on the desk. It's huge, and incidentally, I never use it. But anyway, your authority amplifier, in this section of your post, share a quick win for your customers and your clients. For example, if you make papercraft products, make a branded clipboard, or you could have a section for other business owners. I'll show you I'll give you a quick example in a minute. So a quick win could be, if they work with you, you could either provide or help them to produce their own branded items. I'll show you what I mean by that, rather than try and explain it, because I've got them right here on my desk. Now, these are the ones I made for myself, for my own business, and I use them all the time, and I teach other people how to make them, not that they're difficult. So we've got a branded clipboard. I even found in my colour. Everybody who knows me well by now knows that I love orange, and of course orange is sunrise, which is another reason. So I've even found a pen that was orange, which this isn't the original pen. I found an orange pen the other day when I was shopping. I thought that'll go nice with my clipboard. And this at the top is actually a hair clip. I just took the teeth off. I've left them on the back, but I've took the teeth part off the front. So very quick, so you can, because that was one of the other questions people were asking me, how do they find a clip that will tie in with their theme? Well, that's what you do. Use a hair clip. You don't have to use an ordinary, or you could even use an ordinary bulldog clip. In places like Ryman's and other large stationery stores, they do bulldog clips in different colours. So you can do that whichever way works for you. And things like, let me just pop this up. Little notebook. Now I put a little clasp on there. There's no need to, but it's just a little Velcro. Nothing. Oh, sorry. Nothing very fancy. And on the top, I put my logo, and this is just hand painted. And inside, that's the one I'm using at the moment. So that's my notebook. And another thing that people use, now these are a good one to have. Your branded key rings. I haven't actually got around to putting my office keys on here yet, but I will at the end of this video. So it's a good idea to have them, especially if you're out and about. You could put your house keys on them. And what I will do on the back, I haven't got anything on the back yet, but I haven't sealed this yet. It's popped in, but it's not sealed. But I'm going to put my details, my business details on the back. So I haven't done that yet because I only made it last night. It was one of those things that I thought, a last minute thing. I thought, let's have a look. And so I'm going to put that on the back, my details. But it's a good idea to have, upside down, a keyring with your business logo and your bits on the back, because people will see it and they'll say, oh, that's nice, what is it? And then what you do, you back that up, make sure you've got some business cards with you. And you can say, well, that's my logo. This is what I do for a business. And you can hand them a business card. Or if you've got a digital one on your phone, which I haven't got around to doing yet, but I will, you can let them scan it. You can let them take a photo snap of it, or whatever it's called. Snapshot, that's the word. Yeah, I'm going to get the hang of this technology thing one day and find all the right technology words. But you could let them take a snapshot, or whatever they're called, of screenshot, yeah, thank you, of your business card. Keep one on your phone. There are all sorts of ways you can pass your information along. The simplest, I always find, because I'm a bit old-fashioned, the simplest way is just hand them a business card. Okay, they might put it in their bag and forget about it, or just let them take a screenshot of one. They're the two simplest ways. And then finally, what you need to do, as the final part of your post to try and attract your new customers and clients, add a couple of questions that your potential customers or clients might need you to answer. So every business, even businesses are doing well, or they've been in business for a long time, they might come to a point where they think, what do I do next? Where do I go now? Or they might be struggling with a particular area. So at the final part of your post, add a couple of questions such as, where are you struggling with your business right now? Or what would you like the next step to be? So where are you struggling? What would you like to do about that? Where would you like to be once you got to the end of that struggle? So you need to be moving your clients forward, letting them see, or helping them to see what comes next. So if this is something that you're interested in finding out more about, at the top of the video, I've added my personal email. I have got a business email, but that's not quite working properly yet. But because I'm not the greatest person at technology, I need to find out. I need to find someone to tell me why it's not working. So I've added my personal email. You can email me at home, which is my office here. Behind the orange wall behind you is my living room. It's also my office, but because it's such a big space or a long space, I've got plenty of room to work. But you can email me here at home, in my office, in my home office. Home office, that sounds posh, doesn't it? In my office at home, with the email at the top. And if you want me to give you any more details about how you can come and join me and work with me in the academy to find out how you can answer these questions for your own business, do let me know. I'd be delighted to hear from you. And I will be back tomorrow with another video on another section or aspect of running your own crafting business. So I'll see you then. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for the wonderful response you gave to yesterday's video. It really boosted my day. So thank you again, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.